So I'm getting ready to go have lunch with a friend, so I figured I would just tell this story while I was doing my makeup. Um, so so I'm getting ready to have my surgery. As you know, like if you watched my most recent video that I've got surgery this week to remove a tumor on around my lung. Oh, sweet Lord. And so I've got a lot going on or whatever. And there's this lady that I've dealt with her before. Like she had messaged me, emailed me, like, God, when was this? Like early January, maybe? Um, she had messaged me early in January, I guess. We'll just say that. And she basically was like, last minute, hey, can you, do you have something like in stock for me? Like, do you have something that like is already made? And that's not how I operate. My customers, clients order from me and I make it. And then we have specific pickup days. It says it directly on my website. I mean, I'm not quite about it. And I send it out in my emails as to when I'm baking and as to when my pickup days are and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes it'll change each week because I try to be somewhat accommodating for some people, right? So, oh my gosh. So I said, no, unfortunately, that's not the way that I work. She was like, well, I had met you like at I guess it was some sort of like a market. I don't remember. I don't remember specifically. So I just explained to her how it worked. And she was like, okay, well, I'll try to do that. So she lives really, I don't know exactly where she lives, but technically to get from my place, my house to hers, or sorry, to even just downtown of her city is like max 30 minutes. So 20, actually it's 21 to get to the outskirts, 30 minutes to like get downtown. So again, I don't know exactly where she lives, but just all that to say that this does not seem that complicated. So I grew up in Houston where you've got millions of people that live there and trying to get to anywhere takes you at the very least 30 minutes, right? So I just anyway, she's just like, well, that's just so far for me and all this kind of stuff. And maybe she's an older lady. I don't know. I was trying to be kind and, because she had met me before and all that kind of stuff. So I said to her, here's what next week looks like. And so I didn't hear from her. And then she messaged me and she's like, I'm going to go ahead and put in an order. And I was like, great. Okay. And so she ended up coming to pick it up. Now, truth be told, one of the things she did order is a little bit difficult for me when doing small batches. It doesn't turn out as well as when I do the really large batch. The bottom kind of gets caramelized sugar. And it spreads out more evenly when it's a large batch and I have them at like farmers markets or whatever. Smaller batches, the caramelization makes the bottom crunchy at times. And so not everybody likes that. And I don't know if she liked it or didn't. She never said. Well, so then I never heard from her for a while. Haven't gotten another order from her. And so she's on my email list because she asked to be. So I put her on the email list and she's gets a notifications every single like week, right? So a couple times like I will do like before orders are in or due and like the day of the orders are due. So maybe 3 to 4 emails in a concentrated part of the week, right? So I don't feel like it's excessive and it's more of a reminder. It's not like a marketing thing. So she then emails me today. I sent out my surgery email on Friday. She emails me today and she's like, I sincerely hope that your surgery goes well. Could you please remove me from your email list? Because I'm just not up in that area very often. And I was just like, okay, yeah, no problem. And again, fine. I mean, her preference, not a problem. But I was just kind of like, sometimes like, why did you, and she's actually not going to even hear from me for the next like 3, 4 weeks because I'm going to be laid up and not being able to like communicate or like bake anything. So I'm not going to be doing anything like that. So I just found it funny that she chose this time, this opportunity, like right after my surgery email to say, please remove me from the emails when you're not even going to be hearing from me for 4 weeks. Just interesting the time. I know. Am I being petty? I'm not trying to be petty. I'm just was slightly annoyed like today. I'm like, really, of all times. Anyway, so yeah, that's the story. Slightly annoyed today.